Hi guys, welcome back. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about a different topic. Usually we talk about, different kind of businesses, quarterly updates, or a new business model. We keep tracking result. Today we'll talk about a bias, or you can tell probably a behavioral thing, like that I usually come across. Okay, so I do not know exactly how to name it or give this behavioral bias a name, like a certain specific name. But if I had to explain a situation, say let's say you bought a stock today, right? You did all your research and everything, and you bought a stock, okay? And once after your purchase that you have done, whatever the allocation you have done, you see that the stock price keeps falling down continuously, right? And obviously, especially if you have a very big allocation over here, right? You tend to, the doubt starts creeping in. कि like, अरे मैंने कुछ गलती किया है क्या? Like, have I done some mistake? मेरा analysis में कुछ छूटा है or anything. So how do you deal with a situation where let's say you purchase a stock and you see that the next day the stock keeps falling? How do you look at this? How do you look at this situation? Okay, so there are two ways to look at this situation. The first thing, whenever you see that you see that once you purchased, or any time that you see that the stock price keeps falling down, you see that after your purchase it is a negative 5%, 10%, whatever it is, right? The first thing you need to ask yourself, like is there any problem here with the business, right? कुछ problem हुआ है या नहीं? Now how do you find that out, right? Like I told you, there is two ways to segregate this. The first is you have to ask yourself that is there any problem with the business, or second, is it just mere volatility? Okay, so if it is a first case, you have to just immediately go to BSE, go to the BSE ka website, type your company's name, right? BSE or NSE ka website, right? Type the company's name, go to the updates, go to the announcement section and see if there is any negative kind of update, right? Let's say there could be maybe some IT raid has happened, yeah, maybe something of a sort, like could be some negative news where let's say maybe a godown is burnt, or maybe something where a logistical issue has happened, because of which you see that whatever the guidance had given, whatever the thesis on which you had bought the stock, right, there is some grave trouble, because of which the thesis that you bought the businesses, that is not going to happen. Based gauging that situation, you decide whether you want to cut the allocation or whether you want to exit the allocation. Okay, so this is one way to look at the situation. Okay, you have to always look, always do not panic, do not look at various other XYZ news, don't look at koi article, news ka article and other thing. Always go to that BSE ka website and see if there is some kind of there is something coming from the management's mouth as to there is a official news confirming that something is wrong with the company. Okay, that is taking them away from the track of achieving whatever they have told. The second situation is volatility, right? As you know, volatility is your best friend. You have to make volatility your best friend in the market. Maybe because of volatility, the stocks are falling. Now there can be sometimes also you see that the entire market is in green. Probably your stocks in your watch list is also green. Your other stocks in the portfolio are also green. But somehow this one particular stock, that is red. Probably the entire market is fine, and probably the that one particular stock of yours is red, it is falling from the time you have purchased. Okay, this also can happen, right? Now see, volatility is in both end. It is there in the upside also and in the downside. Now when you face you know that there is nothing wrong with the business and this is pure volatility, make volatility your best friend and learn to deal with it in that way. There is nothing you can do. A good example I can give you over here is, let's say over here, you've been eyeing to buy the new iPhone. Maybe you want to buy iPhone 16. Like you've been eyeing it, you've been waiting for it for a very long time. Okay, आपको मालूम है, and maybe somebody is giving you, let's say an Apple का dealer is giving you this iPhone का 16 at, let's say at 20% का discount they are giving you. Okay, 20% का discount में they are giving you. Now tell me, that day when you've been eyeing to buy this phone for such a long period of time, and you know that the dealer is giving it a 20% discount, and you know that there is nothing wrong with the phone. It's not like he's giving you that first copy, or some some kind of phone जहाँ पे there is some defect or anything. It is a brand new phone, very authentic iPhone है आपको, and he is giving you just he's giving you at a markdown price, थोड़ा पे यहाँ पे दे रहे. Would you not buy that day? Yes or no? You would obviously go on to buy, right? So why not exhibit the same kind of behavior even in the stocks also over here, right? Like you've been waiting to buy, probably you have a very nice growth engine, 30% का आपको growth engine है, शायद आपको growth engine 30% है, 1 year forward PE 18 में है आपका, probably higher growth engine, low PE, आपका management बहुत bullish है, guidance भी दे रहा है वहाँ पे, right? Everything is going well वहाँ पे, there is no problem with the business, headwinds नहीं है, पूरा का पूरा tailwinds है, management चिल्ला के कॉन कॉल में बोल रहा है कि like everything is good and everything. So that day when everything is good, it is the same situation. यहाँ पे iPhone का dealer आपका management है, and the stock price जहाँ पे वो गिर के पड़ा है, right? It is the same आपका वो iPhone का dealer who is giving you iPhone at the 20% का discount. Same to same situation. You would go to buy the phone, but why would you not buy the stock at the same in the same situation? Now the only, I'll tell you the caveat over here is, let's say आपको वो iPhone का dealer जो है, right? He is giving you instead of 1.5 lakh का phone, he's giving you at 1.2 lakhs. But the caveat is somebody has probably used it, या कुछ defect है उसका piece में. Then you obviously ना, then why would you want to buy it? Then you आपका ही loss है. Similarly over here, you know that business में problem है. You know probably यहाँ पे कुछ negative update आया, कुछ भी, you know, there has been some kind of negative update, and because of that stock is falling, you know, 20%, 10%, कुछ भी हो. If you go to buy, then it becomes a problem. You know, that time you have to learn to exit that. You have to learn to exit or cut the allocation depending on how severe the situation is. That time you have to do it. There is no, you know, there is no waiting and watching over here. Like, you know, at that time, let's say आपका 1 लाख है, आपने 30% का घाटा खाया, you can't think कि like, अरे, let it come to my buying price, then I will sell it. Because let's say you have bought some stock at 500 rupees, right? You have bought it, and let's say अभी आपका like, you know, अभी that stock is trading at 450 and बहुत घटिया news आया है, ठीक है, very negative update. You can't think like, you know, let it come to 500, I'll buy it, because market doesn't know that Prerna bought a stock at 500. Market doesn't know that you bought a stock at 500 rupees. Market doesn't care. And don't come to this bias कि like, you know, जब वो मेरा buying price में आएगा, no, that will never happen. Instead of that, think the ulta. अभी जो capital है, अभी जो 450 रुपए वो आपका है, at least try to protect that. जो गया गया, there is nothing you can do. There is no way you can recover that also. Protect that existing capital and take it away and go, right? So similarly over here, ask yourself every time, जब volatility में आप हो, like, you know, is there any negative news? Is the management guidance clear? Is everything over here all good, all great, right? Then absolutely okay, go ahead and whatever that stock is, go ahead and buy that, you know, when everything is going according to your checklist. But on the other hand, right, like I told you, same iPhone ka dealer hai, jab when your iPhone is proper and is giving it a discount, it is your opportunity, it is your profit. But at the end of the day, let's say when that same iPhone dealer is giving you some defect piece at a discounted price, if he's giving you, then you also know कि like कुछ गड़बड़ इसलिए तो वो डिस्काउंट में दे रहा है. Similarly in stock also, जब सब कुछ अच्छा चल रहा है and you know कुछ volatility के वजह से स्टॉक वहां पे गिर के पड़ा हुआ है, then you go ahead and buy it. But you know that there is some problem, इसके वजह से अगर वो गिर के पड़ा है, then at the end of the day, then क्या होगा? You will have to exit over there, या आपको you have to take the decision that is necessary, okay? But ultimately, can you see in either of the situation, right, when you have to buy that stock or you have to sell that stock, में एक बड़ा एक चीज आता है, you need to have that conviction, you need to have that confidence कि like, you know, that day to purchase that or you know to continue to hold that. और ये conviction आता है जब आप कितना आप पढ़ोगे, you know, the more you read, the more you track that business. When you know, go read that con call, खुद पढ़ोगे, right? किसी का सुनोगे नहीं, मेरा भी नहीं सुनेगी, किसी और का भी नहीं सुनेगी, आप खुद करोगे ना, then you'll understand कि like, you know, you will be able to navigate the situation very very well. You know, the only way, like I told you, the only way आपको समझ में आएगा कि like अरे ये volatility है, इसमें कुछ गड़बड़ नहीं है इस बिजनेस में, जब आप अपना खुद काम करोगे, शिद्दत से करोगे, ठीक है? इसलिए मैं आपको बार बार बोलती हूँ कि like, you know, आप जो भी करोगे, कौन कॉल पढ़ो, खुद का डिसीजन लो, राइट? एंड you would have also seen कि like हमने अभी recently we have put out that ad for that workshop also. You know, over there we teach you कि like, you know, कैसे आपको कौन कॉल पढ़ना है, what are the things that you have to look for the कौन कॉल, because certain times what happens, you know, you have to look exactly for the vocabulary, the way the management talks, you know, because that is way more important, you know, than just blindly reading the कौन कॉल also. That is very important. So आप भी आना वहाँ पे, you know, the workshop is on Jan 11th and 12th, you will know that, right? But again, coming back to the topic, the most important topic over here, like we were talking about, every time, see, there is nothing to be ashamed about here over here, right? And especially it is very natural, because one thing is, see, whenever you have big money stuck over there, right, and especially when you have a huge net worth over here in the market, it happens. You are tend to, you know, आपका वो anxiety आता है. There is no way you can be like, yeah, you can that day you can chill and you can sit कि like, you know, Warren Buffett का quotes आप पढ़ सकते हो, no. But that only way you're not going to panic, the only way you know कि like अरे आपका स्टॉक अगर आप 10% भी गिरा है वॉलिटिलिटी के वजह से, एंड you have that confidence to add in that business, yeah, critically to analyze कि like, you know, is it a good time to add, is it, you know, is there something technically wrong in the business, anything fundamentally wrong, is there anything wrong in the, you know, is there any negative news, is it still a good opportunity? That will only and only happen, you know, when you read the con call, when you learn to track the business, but most importantly when you learn to make your own independent decisions. That is the only way, ठीक है? So next time whenever you see that, you know, जब भी आपका stock जो है, it has fallen from your buying price 10%, 15%, कितना भी percent हो, ask yourself two things, you know, what is the reason for the fall? Is it because that there is something wrong with the business, as a result, is the stock falling, or is it falling because of only volatility of the market? If it is first one, you will have to take some sort of action. But if it is second one, it is God's given blessing in disguise, happy for you to build over here, right? So take at that time when things are falling. Anyways, you people, usually we hear people tell like, "Arey, hopefully the market falls and I can buy the dip and all." And if that is coming to you in an opportunity, why not actually do it, right? So always remember, whenever you get this, whenever you find this, ask yourself, always learn to question yourself, right? Ki like kya hua hai yahan pe? Is it volatility? Yeah, fundamentally, has there been something wrong in the business? And you will find your answer over there. Okay? So that's it about today's video. We will continue with the tracking the results of Q2 companies again in the next videos. Take care. Bye.